Received a penalty charge notice after 28 days and wondering whether you have to pay it or not? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll explain all you need to know about penalty charge notices and the 28-day rule. First things first, don't confuse a penalty charge notice with a parking charge notice. They are not the same. A penalty charge notice is set by an official government body to inform you that the local authorities have imposed a penalty on you for some reason. This could be anything from a parking fine to a penalty for throwing litter on the floor. Whereas a parking charge notice is more like an invoice from a parking company for using their car park and not paying. A penalty charge notice could be attached to your vehicle, or it could be sent to you in the post, depending on the nature of the offence and whether a real person or a traffic camera spotted you. There are quite a few reasons why you might be sent a PCN. These include parking offences such as parking in a permit-only spot or overstaying your paid parking time limit, minor infractions of traffic regulations such as stopping in a box junction or driving in a bus lane, not paying in a clean air zone or low emission zone, and dropping litter such as cigarette butts and sweet wrappers. Now, can a PCN be issued after 28 days? Well, the local authority should issue you with a penalty charge notice within 28 days of the offence. However, there are situations where this time limit is extended. For example, if your local authority needs to contact the DVLA, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, to get the details of your car, then the time limit for sending a PCN to you could be extended for weeks or even months. Unfortunately, just because a local authority did not send you a parking charge notice within 28 days, it doesn't mean that the PCN cannot be enforced. The 28-day limit is a soft time limit, not a hard one. In other words, you should receive a PCN within 28 days, but if you don't, it makes no difference whatsoever. So you still need to pay it or appeal against it. After the 28 days, if you haven't done so, you'll be sent a court order to pay it, and you'll only have 14 days to do so. If you still don't pay the PCN, the local authority will pursue the debt in the same way that any creditor would. Eventually, you might find that you have a county court judgment, a CCJ, taken out against you, which would negatively impact your credit record for several years. But don't worry, you can appeal a parking charge notice. In fact, you have those 28 days to do so. The appeal must be in writing unless the applicable local authority offers an online service for registering an appeal. You may want to check our video on parking fine excuses linked in the description to see if there's an excuse which fits your scenario. The results of your appeal will always be sent to you in writing, and one of three scenarios will occur. The local authority will ask you to provide more evidence to support the appeal, your appeal will be upheld and the penalty charge notice will no longer be due, or the appeal will fail and the time limit for paying the penalty charge will be reset. If your informal appeal fails, you have the option of taking the matter further. You can move on to the formal representation stage. You'd be best to find a solicitor to represent you legally and begin preparing for an appeal to be heard in court. If you're wanting to challenge a penalty charge notice, then a popular option is to consult a solicitor for help. There's many online solicitors that work out cheaper and easier than meeting in person. JustAnswer, for example, only costs £5 for a trial, and one of my colleagues managed to save over £270 on a parking ticket by using their service. I've linked that offer down in the description, and if you use that, you'll also be supporting Money Nerd, so thank you.